My beloved child, take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear is not just another message. This is your moment. This is the answer you've been waiting for. This is not for everyone. It's for you. Yes, you who has been quietly hoping. You who has been crying in the dark, praying silently when no one else saw. You who has been asking, God, is it my turn yet? You've been strong even when you felt weak. You've kept your faith even when the silence felt unbearable. You've trusted me, even when things didn't make sense. And because of that, I, the Lord your God, have come with a message just for your heart. Your time is now. This is not a delay anymore. This is not a maybe later. This is your confirmation that what you've been praying for is beginning to unfold. But before I reveal how to receive the sign, before I show you the door that is about to open, I need you to take one small step of agreement. Write in the comments right now, Lord, I'm ready. Speak to me today. This small act may seem simple to you, but it's powerful. Because when you type it, you're not just writing words, you are opening a gate. You are giving me permission to step in. You are making a space for my voice to come alive in your situation. You see, when your heart is open and your spirit is willing, I can begin to move in ways that will surprise you. So pause everything else. Let the noise fade. Let the pressure of this world take a back seat for now. Forget what didn't work before. Forget who doubted you. Forget the deadlines, the pressure, and the weight of what you've been carrying. This moment is sacred. It's not a coincidence that you're watching this. It's not an accident that this message found you. I have led you here because heaven has something to say. And if you stay with me, if you listen with your heart and not just your ears, you will begin to feel something shift deep inside of you. Because this is not just a video. This is a whisper from heaven. This is a divine encounter. This is me, your creator, calling out to you gently but clearly. Your time is now, and if you do what I say next, you will receive your confirmation. Stay with me. The silent season wasn't a delay, it was a preparation. You've been asking quietly in your heart, Lord, why have you been so quiet? There were nights you lay awake, waiting for a sign. There were mornings you opened your eyes, hoping something would feel different. But instead, all you felt was silence. You looked around at others. Their lives seemed to move forward. Their prayers looked like they were being answered. Doors were opening for them. But for you, things stood still. You started to wonder, have I been forgotten? You asked yourself, am I doing something wrong? But today, I need you to understand something very clearly. The silence was not a punishment. The delay was not rejection. And the stillness was not the end. I, your heavenly Father, was never absent. Even when you couldn't feel me, I was near. Even when you heard nothing, I was speaking in ways your heart wasn't ready to interpret yet. While you were crying, I was collecting every tear. While you were waiting, I was working behind the scenes. You couldn't see what I was doing, but I was setting things in motion for your good. I was preparing your heart, not punishing it. I was shaping your spirit, not forgetting it. You see, child, sometimes I must take you through a season where things seem still, because there are things I need to fix inside you before I can release what's outside of you. There were pieces of your character that needed mending. There were wounds that needed healing. There were fears I had to remove before I could trust you with the next chapter. If I had given you everything too soon, you might have leaned on your strength instead of mine. You might have taken credit for what only I could do. You might have rushed ahead and missed the beauty of what I was truly preparing. That job you didn't get, that relationship that ended, that door that closed right when you thought it would open, none of that was random. None of it was cruel. Each of those moments was me whispering, not yet. You're not ready, but soon. Because I don't operate on the world's timeline. The world tells you that fast is better. That quicker means you're doing something right. But I, the Lord, do not rush greatness. I do not hurry my children into places that their hearts are not yet strong enough to stand in. That's why I kept you in a quiet place, a hidden place, a place where you could grow without pressure, where you could heal without performing, where your roots could go deep before your branches reached high. And now hear me clearly. The preparation is coming to an end. The silent season is shifting, the stillness is breaking, and the time you've been waiting for, the the moment your heart has longed to see, it is near. But before I open what I have prepared for you, there's one thing you must do. You must understand that the waiting was not wasted. You must stop resenting the silence and start respecting the process. Because what I am about to release into your life is not small. It's not temporary. It's not for just a moment. It's something that will change everything forever. And for that kind of blessing, I had to prepare you carefully. Your time is now, child. But to walk forward, you must let go of the idea that the silence meant I didn't care. You must know that I loved you enough to hold you back until the time was right. And now, it is. Alignment before assignment. My child, you have asked for confirmation. You have prayed for signs. You want to know what I am saying. You want to be sure before you move. But before I send the answer you are waiting for, I want to ask you something much deeper. Are you aligned with me? Are you walking in step with my spirit? Are you in tune with my voice, or are you only focused on the outcome? You see, many ask me for direction, but their hearts are still holding on to what I've asked them to release. They want the blessing, but they're still clinging to the burden. They want the new season, but they haven't let go of what I asked them to leave behind. You say you're ready to move forward, but are you still carrying the weight of yesterday? My child, I am not asking for perfection. I'm not demanding that you have everything figured out. What I am asking for is your availability. Your willingness to say, "Here I am, Lord, use me however you want." This is the kind of heart I respond to. If you truly want the confirmation you've been seeking, your life must be open to my will, not shaped by fear or what others think or what is easiest. I don't speak clearly to hearts that are divided. I don't send assignments to those who refuse to be led. I confirm my plans to the ones who are fully surrendered, even when they don't understand everything. There are things you've been holding on to that are blocking your view. That relationship you know I didn't bless, it's clouding your hearing. That fear that whispers you're not ready, it's making you doubt me instead of trusting me. That plan you made on your own, without seeking me in prayer, it's pulling you off the path I designed for you. Let it go. Let go of trying to control everything. Let go of trying to figure it all out in your mind. Let go of the idea that you have to know everything before you take a single step. Because the truth is, I don't give full blueprints, I give direction. And those who align with me, who trust my guidance without seeing the whole picture, they are the ones who receive clear confirmation when it matters most. There is a reason I said, I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. You cannot enter a new season with an old mindset. You cannot carry the weight of your past into the future I have prepared. You cannot receive the next assignment until your heart is free from what no longer belongs. Before I confirm what's next, I must clean what's left. Before I release what's ahead, I must shift what's within. This is why alignment comes first. So now I ask you, will you trust me enough to lay it all down? Will you trust that my plan is better than your own? Because when your spirit is in alignment with mine, that's when confirmation becomes clear. That's when doors begin to open without force. That's when you'll stop searching and start knowing. The act of faith that activates confirmation. My child, I want you to pause and truly listen. What I'm about to tell you carries great power, not just to inform your mind, but to unlock your next step. There's a spiritual truth that many overlook. It is not complicated, but it is very important. It is this: obedience in moments of uncertainty is what activates confirmation. You keep waiting for me to show you a full picture. You want all the answers lined up before you take the first step. But that is not how faith works, and that is not how I move. Go back to the story of Abraham. I asked him to leave everything behind, his home, his family, his comfort, and walk toward a land I promised to give him. But I didn't show him every detail. I didn't give him a map. What I gave him was a direction, not a destination. And you know what he did? He obeyed. Even when it didn't make sense. Even when it cost him something. Even when he didn't know what was waiting on the other side. He trusted me enough to move. And because of that, he received confirmation along the way. You are asking me, God, give me a sign. But I am asking you, will you take a step? You say you want clarity, but clarity comes after obedience, not before. You must walk in faith even when your vision is blurry. You must act based on what I've already told you. Not wait for everything to feel safe or easy. I have already whispered something into your heart. I've already placed a gentle nudge deep inside your spirit. It may not be loud, but it's steady. It may not be dramatic, but it's constant. You already know what I'm pointing to. Maybe it's reaching out to someone you haven't spoken to in a long time. Maybe it's starting something new, even if no one else understands why. Maybe it's walking away from something that isn't right for you. Maybe it's giving when you feel like you don't have much to give. Maybe it's applying for an opportunity that scares you. Whatever it is, you know it. It's been on your mind. It's come up in prayer. You've seen it more than once, through conversations, dreams, or even through messages like this. That is not a coincidence. That is me, speaking to you. And now I say, do it. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until everything makes sense. Don't wait for others to agree. Just move in obedience. Because that single act, that one bold move, is what will activate the confirmation you've been praying for. Many people miss their moment because they are waiting for a sign. But in my kingdom, signs often follow obedience, not the other way around. Faith without works is dead. James 2:17. Faith is not just a feeling. Faith is what you do when you don't know the outcome. Faith is what rises when your mind is full of questions, but your heart is full of trust. And when you walk by faith, even when it's just one step, I step in. I begin to unfold things you couldn't imagine. I open doors no man can shut. I confirm the path you're on by making things happen that only I could arrange. So if you've been asking me, Lord, when will I get my answer? Then hear me now. Your answer is tied to your obedience. Do the thing I've already placed in your heart. Even if it's small, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it doesn't come with applause. Just do it, and then watch how quickly I respond. This is how your confirmation will come. Not in the waiting, not in the wondering, but in the walking. How to recognize my confirmation. My child, there have been moments when you've paused and wondered, was that you, Lord? You've seen things fall into place, you've felt a tug in your heart, and sometimes you've even sensed that I was near. But because it wasn't loud or dramatic, you doubted it. You've been looking for a confirmation, but you didn't know what to look for. You didn't realize that I've already been speaking. I've already been showing you signs, but you were expecting thunder, while I was speaking through a gentle whisper. Today, I want to help you understand how to recognize when I am confirming something to you. I don't always speak through visible miracles. Sometimes I confirm my plans in ways that are quiet but undeniable. You've missed them before, but after this moment, you won't miss them again. Let me show you the 3 main ways I send confirmation to my children. 1. Peace that surpasses understanding. This peace is not like the peace the world gives. It doesn't mean everything around you is perfect. It doesn't mean your problems disappear. It means that even in the middle of the storm, your heart is still. It's a calmness that doesn't make sense to others, and sometimes not even to you. You may still have questions, but you don't feel afraid. You may not see the whole path ahead, but something deep inside you is settled. That is my peace. That is my confirmation. Because I don't lead with confusion, I lead with stillness. When it's from me, your spirit won't feel heavy, it will feel grounded. You'll stop striving, you'll stop wrestling, you'll just know. You'll wake up and feel this feels right. Not because it's easy, but because you know I'm with you in it. 2. Repeated patterns that cannot be ignored. Another way I confirm my word to you is through repetition. You'll hear the same phrase again and again. You'll see the same message in different places. Someone will say something that sounds exactly like what you've been thinking or praying about. Then a few days later, you'll hear a sermon or read a scripture or see something online that says the very same thing. You weren't looking for it, but there it is, again. This is not coincidence. This is me repeating myself until you finally listen. I know sometimes you question what's from me and what's not. That's why I confirm it more than once. Not to overwhelm you, but to get your attention. When you see the same message show up in multiple ways, especially when you weren't searching for it, that is a divine signal. That's me saying, yes, pay attention. This is for you. Number 3, doors that open without being forced. When I am in something, You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to manipulate your way in. You won't have to chase it, push it, or try to make it fit. Because my confirmations flow. They are like rivers. They move gently and surely in the direction of purpose. When a door opens by my hand, it opens with ease. That doesn't mean it won't require faith, but it won't require forcing. I will cause the right people to notice you. I will bring opportunities to your doorstep. I will make a way in places where there seemed to be no way at all. And when it happens, you won't be confused. You won't be anxious. You'll look at that open door and say, only God could have done this. Now, here's how you'll know it's really me. Your spirit will agree. It won't feel like pressure, it will feel like purpose. Your mind will quiet down, not because you figured everything out, but because the stress will lift, and your heart will speak. It will whisper, not shout, this is it. You won't have to ask others to confirm it for you, because I'll confirm it inside of you. So don't look for flashing lights. Don't expect the earth to shake. Look for the peace. Watch for the patterns. Pay attention to the doors that open with grace. Because, my child, I've already started confirming things in your life. And now that you know what to look for, you won't miss it anymore. Blockers that delay divine confirmation. My child, I want to speak clearly to your heart in this moment. You have prayed for confirmation. You have waited patiently for signs. You've longed to hear my voice, and you've been hoping I would show you what to do next. But now, I need to show you something just as important. There are blockers, things standing in the way, that can stop you from recognizing when I am speaking. If you're not careful, you might miss what I've already sent. If these things are not removed, they can cloud your spiritual ears and close your heart to the truth I've been trying to reveal. I've seen how much you want to hear me. I know how hard it has been to feel like the answer is close but just out of reach. So let me show you what may be causing that spiritual fog. Let me uncover what's been silently blocking your confirmation, so you can finally see what I've been saying all along. There are 3 major blockers that can delay your ability to recognize my hand. 1. Doubt. Doubt is like a heavy curtain that blocks the light. When you let your logic become louder than my spirit, you begin to question everything I try to show you. I speak in ways that don't always make sense to the mind. Sometimes I will ask you to trust without a visible reason. I may call you to walk forward before you see the full path. But when doubt creeps in, it tells you that unless you understand everything, you can't move. Doubt whispers that you might be wrong, that maybe it's just your imagination, that you should play it safe. But child, if you keep waiting for every step to make sense before you trust me, you will stand still forever. You will second-guess every sign. You will talk yourself out of every door I open. Faith and doubt cannot walk together. One will always lead, and the other will always follow. If you want to hear my voice clearly, you must push doubt out. You must stop letting your fears decide what is true. You must trust that even when you don't understand, I do. 2. Disobedience. You cannot walk into the future I have for you while holding on to actions that go against my instructions. Sometimes I've told you clearly what to do, and you've delayed. Not because you didn't hear me, but because you were afraid to obey. Other times I've told you to let something go, and you've held on, thinking you knew better. But every act of disobedience creates distance. Not because I stop loving you, I never will, but because your choices build a wall that keeps my guidance from reaching your heart. Obedience isn't always easy. It might cost you friends, it might stretch your comfort, but it will always lead you into clarity. Disobedience, however, brings confusion. It makes you feel lost, it makes you feel unsure, and over time, it makes your heart numb to my whispers. You keep asking for confirmation, but what did you do with the last instruction I gave you? Did you follow through? Did you trust me enough to say yes, even when it was hard? Because when you ignore my direction, you also block my next word, and until you come back into alignment, the signal remains cloudy. 3. Distraction. The final blocker is the one that hides the quietest: distraction. There is so much noise around you every day. Messages from people, thoughts from the world, endless scrolling, constant opinions. And in the middle of all that sound, my whisper gets drowned out. I speak in stillness. I don't shout over the chaos. I don't compete with everything else that is fighting for your attention. This is why I often call my children into quiet places, because when the noise fades, you finally begin to hear. When your heart slows down, my voice becomes clearer. Distraction doesn't always look sinful. Sometimes it's just too many good things stealing your focus from the best thing, me. I need your attention. Not for a second, not in a rush, but in stillness, in quiet time, where your soul can breathe and listen. If you're surrounded by too much noise, my words will pass by unnoticed. I haven't stopped speaking, you've just stopped listening. Not on purpose, but because you've been too busy to pause. This is what you must do now. My child, you have listened. You have opened your heart to understand how I work. You now know that my silence was not rejection, but preparation. You've seen how alignment opens doors. You've learned that faith activates my response, that obedience is your doorway, and that peace, repetition, and ease are signs of my confirmation. You now understand the things that have blocked your ability to hear me clearly. And now, it's time for the most important part. You must act. This is no longer the time to wait for another message. This is not the moment to sit in hesitation. This is your time to move into the place where I reveal what you've been waiting for. Here's what I need you to do. Go into a secret place, a place with no distractions, a place where no one else is talking. Turn off the noise. Step away from the noise of your phone, your mind, and the world around you. Close the door. Let this be a moment between you and me. No one else. I want your full attention. I want your undivided heart. This is not a time to perform. This is a time to be still and to be honest. Once you're alone, I want you to come to me with boldness. Don't be timid. Don't try to sound perfect. Speak from your heart and say, Lord, what would you have me do next? That is the question I've been waiting to hear. Not, why is this happening? Not, when will it be my turn? But Lord, what do you want me to do next? When you ask me this with a sincere heart, I will not stay silent. I will not hide my voice from you. I will meet you right where you are. But listen to me. You must wait, not for 30 seconds, not in a hurry. This is not a fast conversation. You must stay in my presence until my peace settles over you like warm oil, slowly, gently, completely. You will know it when it happens. Your breathing will calm. Your racing thoughts will quiet. Your body may still feel tired, but your soul will feel full. Stay in that moment. Don't rush it. Don't jump up because you think you've done enough. Don't reach for your phone. Don't look for outside answers, because when you sit with me, when you truly give me your full heart, I will speak. And what I give you will not bring confusion. It will not leave you more anxious. It will come with clarity. My words may challenge you, but they will never leave you in doubt. They will settle your spirit and guide your steps. When I confirm it, and you will know when I do, I need you to move. I need you to respond quickly. Don't wait for others to agree. Don't go asking for 5 people to tell you the same thing I just told you. Don't seek applause or approval, because if I have confirmed it, then you already have everything you need. You don't need another opinion. You don't need another sign. You don't need to explain yourself. You already have my yes, and my yes is stronger than any man's doubt. What you must do now is simple, but powerful. Come to me, be still, ask me boldly, wait patiently, and when I speak, move with courage. This is how your next chapter begins, not with noise, not with striving, but with stillness, surrender, and action. You are ready, my child. You have waited long enough, and now I am ready to show you what's next. The power of this moment in heaven's timeline. My beloved child, you may think this is just another video. You may believe this message is like many others you've heard before. Words that stir your heart, but soon fade into the background. But listen closely now, because this is not ordinary. This is not random. This is not routine. This moment is different, because this moment is marked in heaven's timeline. You didn't arrive here by accident. You didn't stumble across this message by chance. You were led here. You were drawn here. And heaven has been watching every step that brought you to this very place. Right now, as you listen, something sacred is happening. Right now, as you open your heart, something eternal is being written in your story. Heaven is not silent. Heaven is watching. The angels that surround my throne, they know your name. Your prayers have not been ignored. Your pain has not been hidden. Your worship, your waiting, your faith, they have all reached me. And now, I declare this to you. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. Your life has been discussed in places that human ears cannot hear. And your time, the time I set for you from the beginning, is now. Yes, child, the appointed moment has come. The assignment that once felt distant is drawing near. The doors that were locked are beginning to open. The answers you longed for are beginning to take shape. What you've been waiting for, what you've prayed and cried for, is not far away anymore. It is close, it is within reach, it is already in motion. But here is the truth you must understand. This moment holds power, but that power is released through obedience. Everything I've been preparing you for is standing on the edge of this moment, waiting for your response. Heaven has already moved. Now I'm waiting for you to move. If you obey, your life will shift. Not slowly, but suddenly. Not slightly, but completely. Everything that felt stuck. Everything that made you feel small, everything that seemed delayed or denied, I am getting ready to break it wide open. I will remove every hindrance. I will open every gate that held you back. I will restore every day the enemy tried to steal. Because this is not just any hour. This is your hour. This is the moment when time meets destiny. When what I've spoken in secret begins to be seen in public. When the invisible begins to show up in the visible. You don't need to question it anymore. You don't need to ask for more signs. This right now is the confirmation you've been waiting for. Hear me clearly. The wait is over. The delay is done. The path is ready, and your time is now. Take this message not just as encouragement. Take it as a divine announcement. Take it as the sound of heaven opening up a new chapter in your life. Because I, the Lord your God, have declared it. This is your confirmation. This is your beginning. This is your appointed hour. And as you obey, you will walk into everything I promised. Not in fear, but in faith. Not in confusion, but with clarity. Not alone, but with me, leading you every step of the way. Now, my child, wherever you are, whether you're sitting alone in your room, driving in your car, or listening quietly with tears in your eyes, I ask you now to lift your hands. Not for me, but as a sign to heaven that your heart is open and your spirit is ready. This is not just the end of a video. This is the beginning of something holy. This is where your obedience meets my promise. This is where your waiting turns into receiving. So let us pray. Heavenly Father, I lift up this precious soul who is listening right now. They have waited, they have hoped, they have believed, even when nothing made sense. And through every silent night and every hard day, they never let go of you. Today, Lord, let this be the moment they know, without any doubt, that you have seen them. Let your spirit begin to stir in their heart like never before. Let a divine confirmation rise from deep within their soul. Speak to them in a way that is unmistakable. Let them hear your whisper above every other voice. Let peace come upon them like soft rain. Let calmness take over every worry. Lord, every voice of fear that has tormented them, break it. Every lie that told them they missed their time, silence it. Every shadow of doubt, remove it completely. Replace it with truth, with assurance, with the unshakable knowing that you are with them, for them, and ahead of them. Right now, Lord, release peace that cannot be explained. Fill their heart with clarity that no confusion can steal. Let them walk out of this moment with their head lifted, knowing their steps are guided by heaven itself. Let this not just be another message they heard. Let it become a turning point in their story, a line in the sand where everything begins to shift. Where what was closed now opens, where what was delayed now accelerates, where what was hidden now becomes clear. Open only the doors you have chosen for them, Lord. Shut every path that was not part of your perfect will, even if they thought they wanted it. Give them strength to walk away from anything that no longer carries your presence. And when you confirm it, let them move without fear. Let this be the day they remember as the moment their life began to align with heaven's design. Let your will be done, not just in words, but in action, in timing, and in every detail of their life. May they never forget this truth. You are faithful, you are present, and you are speaking. Father, thank you for loving them so deeply. Thank you for seeing their heart. Thank you for choosing this moment, right now, to say, their time is now. We seal this prayer with full faith and full surrender. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. If this message spoke to your heart, write this in the comments below right now. I receive it, Lord. My time is now. Then like, subscribe, and share this word with someone who needs confirmation in their spirit. Because when you share what God has spoken, you become a vessel for someone else's miracle.